Da 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 da. Oh, 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 oh. Really? Rocks. Not where you. Anyways, so refreshing. Talking until the playlist wants to show up. Anyways, I'm just gonna blah before the actual podcast starts. Don't know what Press Rocks is doing, so we'll just blob until I start. Yeah, this is a podcast. And of course, it's never this. This one. We'll stay back after a long weekend. And I'm already having technical issues. Fun. Anyways, I'm just gonna come up with stuff in a few places and most of actual podcasts. Gonna be my summer schedule. I just stream here and there, especially this week, obviously, and next week, especially next. I got a few doctor's appointments, two back to back, one late afternoon, one early afternoon. Um, and I'm probably going to see my mom before a lot of family comes in from Mother's Day. I watch Radio Car Race, which we'll preview that on Monday because there's not one this weekend, there's one next weekend, and we'll review almost like yesterday's. Yeah, I totally know what day it is. I totally know it's Wednesday and not Monday, guys. Wow. So yeah, I'm gonna try to fix that thing for FIFA Friday because I'm gonna take tomorrow off to focus on YouTube. Um, Not really much more to say. I'm gonna promote myself in a few more places, and then we're gonna start the actual podcast. That's enough. So yeah, Pretzel Rocks totally was working. Anyways, let's go in chronological order. Since I'm kind of glad this worked out for Wednesday podcast because obviously the NASCAR race got rained out to Monday, so yeah, this kind of works out. Um, on my Gmail and transfer Google Docs. Yeah, alright, let's start. Let's open YouTube. Wait, I have YouTube open, so I don't know. I just opened a second tab. I like how YouTube. I like how this country's so sports obsessed. But New York Football Giants come up first when you search sports. Okay, like I enjoy football, but not that much. Like this nation's way too football obsessed. All right, so yeah, welcome to the podcast. This is gonna be a separate YouTube recording. Normally, I just upload a whole VOD. I'll do that for gaming streams. So for podcasts, I'll do it separately. So welcome to the podcast. And if you're watching this VOD on Twitch, hopefully next week or next time, I'll press Rocks working, which would be Friday. Um, Games 4 and 5 is what we're recapping. Excuse me.
Schmidt on the puck back in the net for Logan Stanley in his first
One of the few series I got right. My bracket's absolutely destroyed. Looking at you, Boston. I mean, that's a trip. I'll never know.
And he has a lot of time to pick and choose of the repertoire of moves he wants to make. He decides to
just froze his stick out very clearly. That's a clear trip. Should be a 5. That should be a 5-minute major in the game. Okay, maybe not that extreme, but you know that was bull crap. His puck was on his pads. There was no need to make a save like that. Wait, did he get called for tripping with that? Let me look at the penalty summary. Despite Vegas, all my homies despite Vegas. Well, I'm only homie. Well, person I know that's Despite Vegas is my mom. But.
And this is just Wheeler spinning around and turning. Remember, he's a right-hand shot. Appleton slides it over to Pionk. It'll make it to him, and then he tried to go back in the corner, and it's intercepted by Stevenson. Chandler Stevenson left it for Howden. Howden with a shot. Rebound scores! Brett Howden snaps it home, and Vegas has tied the game at 1. One side with two guys. The puck and Pionk can't hold it into the zone. Chandler Stevenson comes down, drops it off, and what he does is he runs into Pionk to just try to take him off stride a little bit. Right there, it's a little moving pick. Pionk does a nice job of trying
I know,
to
but they
block the
call
shot by
a
Howden.
triple
He does
brush,
get
a clear
piece of
triple
it. It
brush
hits him
wall
in
what
the
it was,
inside of
but
his leg,
you know,
and it's gonna
it is
drop
what it
right
is.
back onto the stick of Howden, and he rips this top shelf glove side. Dubois.
They need to call more penalties on goalies.
Can't get to it. Pionk got it down. Dubois in tight waiting, and he can't beat Brossois on the short side. Gets a real golden opportunity on a beautiful play by Pionk. He just couldn't find a hole.
And when we talk about
on the short side.
when we talk about the Oilers Kings game, oh my lord, was that emotional roller coaster.
On Stevenson's development.
when Oilers went down 3-0, I always sent my mom a meme of Odell Beckham Jr. saying we're not having fun anymore. Me on rooting for this team. I honestly thought it couldn't get any worse. But, you know, you'll see.
Hellebuck, and then Eichel, who has scored from that spot on 2 occasions. Dubois for Connor. Knocked it down off his stick. Theodore back for Roy. Here comes Nicholas Roy with it. Dropped it off for McNabb. And it's into the glove of Hellebuck, who holds on. To not bother, doesn't want the face-off to come out.
Mic off.
McNabb, and boy, does he tee this up. And look at the traffic. Can't get it out. Here's Theodore. Over to Kessel.
Mic on.
Anyway, it looks like Jets can stay out of box this game. Well, barely not a power play goal. Don't know how that was to go to interference, but okay. Oh wait, it's Vegas. That's how it was it.
By Carlson, and was Connor Hellebuck bumped? That's what the Jets bench will look at. And down low, you got Carlson hanging around Hellebuck, and eventually this is going to make its way over to Marchessault, who fires it, and it goes off the skate, it looks like, of Carlson into the net. Theodore to Marchessault, the one-timer, and there it goes off the skate. He opens his foot up. There is no kicking motion, in my opinion. He just opens the skate up, and Hellebuck is moving out of the blue paint towards Carlson. He's actually running into Carlson. Carlson's just maintaining his position, which is outside of the blue paint. Pretty smart player. He knew that.
The call on the ice stands.
Of course not. This is Vegas.
Roy is on it. Logan Stanley goes after Roy. And now McNabb will follow up on the play. McNabb throws it towards the net. It goes over the goal. Comes back to the point. Stevenson has got it. Hands it up.
We all know Batman hates Canadian teams.
Scores! Shea Theodore snaps it home, and Vegas.
Alright, now we highlights, and they lost. So if crap happens against the Oilers, then you know it's basically seriously can't tell me I was. And then yeah, this game. You know, the Oilers game was pretty funny. Unless you're a Kings.
Using the reach to get it to McLeod.
The big problem Kings face is we couldn't stay out of the penalty box.
Now to Nurse. Darnell Nurse to Vander Kane moving up.
I mean, every time, I mean, you know, if Oilers would just magically take penalties or take a lead, no matter how soft they are, but you know.
That gets possession in the offensive zone, sets it up, and he just uses the screen to his advantage right there. And he never really tells he's going to let this go to wind up zing. It's off the stick and a flash up over top of the glove of Korpisalo, bar in. And the power play stays hot for Edmonton, 1-0. Trying to get away from the check of Mikey Anderson. As the Oilers captain McDavid still with the puck on his stick. What a move. A pass. Kane tried to hand it back. Spinning it back. Draisaitl denied by Korpisalo. Echo. McDavid. The Oilers buzzing. And it's in the net. Leon Draisaitl. It's 2-0 for Edmonton. In any season that they played together, and now they're back together in the playoffs when it means the most, and they are flying. Great job on this shift is to continue to battle for pucks. One great chance denied by Korpisalo, and the second one, McDavid behind the net. We're seeing him start to use that spot to his advantage, and Draisaitl falling down, chops at that.
Just a beautiful goal.
For a 2-0 lead.
Kinda, not really. He was falling, but you know, you gotta go how you gotta go.
Between these two lines, Danault's gone at it with Nugent Hopkins a couple of times already, got physical, and right there, a good job on Hyman, who's just trying to skate that puck out of the zone. Relentless pressure again by the Kings to hem them in. There's Kopitar ahead, Kempe spinning, firing, rebound, they score. It's Alex Iafallo.
Voice crack, I know how.
Kings are right back in it.
Sanjay? I always forget his name, and even when I do see it, I just know I can pronounce it. I'm hard to pronounce it. Really foreign names, I guess.
Puts this one home as he just gets around, finds the loose puck, pounces right to him, and chops it into the open net. Good job to keep this alive. Right there by Kopitar, the backtrack by Iafallo, funnel to the net. And then stolen again by Ryan, who enters the zone. Derek Ryan puts on the brakes.
He's my Vince Dude called game right now. It's my second favorite Sportsnet commentator. My favorite is Shaq Michaels. Remember, guys, Oilers are only a two-man team.
And the Oilers regain a 2-goal lead. Back after a goal against Derek Ryan with a pick off. It turned over twice in the neutral zone. Get it deep, and for Kulak here, gets it by that first four. Doesn't try too much. Gets it down into the danger zone. A little give and go down low. And what a pass by Brian McLeod. As Kulak recognizes everybody's puck watching.
In Motorsport, Swift Sideman, one thing that's saving me is the fact for the Oilers and the Hurricanes advanced. One guys are basically already out because of Boston getting knocked out. Not only get knocked out, but blow a 3-1 lead.
Chances at both ends. Incredible move here by Adrian Kempe.
They put a Cleveland Indians or Guardians, sorry.
But he can't beat the iron, and then a little drop pass by Grundstrom feeds it to Kempe, drive into that net.
Which is funny because I mean, Guardians fans made fun of the Warriors of blowing a 3-1 lead, and they did it in the same season or year, counter year. Which no, yeah, they did.
Right to the front. He brought it to the blue paint. Here's Bouchard. CC hit by Danault.
That's right. The Cats won the NBA Finals in 2016. The Monsters won the AHL, the Calder Cup. And then the Cubs won the World Series that year. Against Guardians. The Guardians had a 3-1 lead. As a neutral, there's something better for Game 7. But as a fan, like last year, the Oilers Kings Game 7, I was nervous wreck until McDavid said and went home happy. And then he got another game winner.
Perfect redirection through the wickets and finds its way home. Working to keep it alive.
I'm sorry.
Gets it back to Bouchard. Decides not to shoot.
McDavid takes it from Draisaitl. Bouchard, here's a one-timer.
Now basically ended the game right there. Final score was 5-2. I like the fact that Oilers had it smoke with playoffs.
8 goals in the regular season.
I know FCC had it smoke regular season, but
Off the side, finds its way in the back of the net. And he comes down the celebration line first, which is a great sign. It's almost a grazing blow.
oh, that's right. Hyman scored with his
Boy,
face.
the blast from Bouchard doesn't get all of it. You can see it kind of gets underneath it a little bit, goes up high.
Fiala's going to grab it again as he puts it down.
Nugent Hopkins on a chance puck cross. Fiala, almost a grazing blow. But boy, oh boy, the blast from Bouchard doesn't get all of it. You can see it kind of gets under.
Watching him, Fiala finds some room. The centering pass, it was mid-air, knocked down by Nugent Hopkins, and he quickly
The Kings were just
through,
way
Bjugstad,
outclassed.
gets the backhander, and they score!
I honestly didn't think that goal was gonna count.
Off the body of Hyman.
I honestly thought the net came off before the goal went in.
Before the net comes off.
Before puck went in, I was like, shoot. And then I saw replay, it was like, oh, thank God. If it's just from my NHL ref, guys.
Nugent Hopkins on a chance. In the right position, makes the defensive play, and that's how you get
Because
the net.
at light speed, I thought it came off before the goal was scored. But as you can see, this replay,
Maybe off the skate.
it went in and then like a second
And it finds its way into the net.
after.
You're gonna see an overhead here of it. Boom, boom. Maybe touching the skate of Hyman regardless.
Fiala was lurking. Fiala takes it, sending it in front into traffic, found by Ekholm. Fiala's going to grab it again as he puts it down low to Velarde, centering pass,
And then you start thinking, oh my gosh, bro, please no. How of my team sort of is be out to blow a 4-goal lead. I mean, I watched FCC with Pat Noonan almost murdered a ref, blow a 3-goal lead into the worst. I understand how top shot works, but there was really no reason for that match to have that much stoppage time in the first half. Just like nothing going on. I know we're supposed to let them play if there's a goal about to go on, but there's something going on until that foul. But, you know.
Stolen by Anderson Dolan, and the wraparound attempt canceled by Skinner.
And then play with Baba, baby.
With a commanding victory in Game 5, the Edmonton Oilers have pushed the Los Angeles Kings to the brink of elimination.
Alright. Yeah, we never just got eliminated. I see my highlights because I was just half watching because I didn't want to see. And now I'm really, really tired. Into this game.
Passing ahead to McDavid, he's got a lane to the net.
Free.
McDavid shooting, denied by
I mean,
Korpisalo.
when they blew that 3-goal lead earlier for series, I knew they were cooked for Kings.
Directing it to net, and they score! It's tipped home by Connor McDavid, and the Oilers draw first blood.
And right away for Connor McDavid, looks at Bouchard and says, nice pass. Instead of trying to blast through this traffic, here's the first chance. Almost a little interference as both guys go down. It's Deneau and Draisaitl that both kind of go to the ice. Nobody wants to get a call early on against them. And then for the Edmonton Oilers, they continue to move this puck around, and McDavid this time funnels himself to the net, opens up.
Honestly, I know I made this straight up before, but if I paid a lot of money, A, for the additional lads to block it, and B, for force the HL lads to be on the playoffs, if I was a local brand that paid a lot of money to be on the boards for my team, I'll be mad. Like,
Fires, he's shot, and they score!
Like, come on, man. It's not only been board ads, it's been ice ads that are still physical ice ads. Like in corners, teams are forced to run Adidas, Betway, Ticketmaster, or Chipotle, and Fastenal.
This puck gets through, it becomes real dangerous, and goes underneath.
I don't know if Ticketmaster still sponsors the NHL. Oh yeah, we do because for its official ticket provider. Screw Ticketmaster, all my homies hate Ticketmaster. So, stop up a weird start. I don't know what Pressbox was doing.
And the second time in this series, he's beat Corpusalo from distance.
So, yeah.
And here again, he knows that he gets himself to a good shooting spot. Little delay, takes the middle, little flyby screen. He picks that side. Doesn't take much for him to get a heavy shot away. Look at that. Great angle on how he let that go as the screen was going by Corpusalo. Perfect timing up over the pad.
27-6 when scoring first in potential series clinching games. 12-3 on the road in that situation. Ryan Nugent, Hopkins,
I totally forgot to check. Hey Siri, open Benicio lap. Open Benicio lap. It is on ESPN, so that's good. I let my mom know.
Mano a mano, and he denies with the blocker. Here's the entry, just a good job to get this over to Nugent Hopkins. That pass sets it in motion. Full possession in the offensive zone, and a beautiful seam pass by McDavid. Once again, coming from high to low, and he finds Draisaitl.
Kevin Fiala now. Drops it off. Victor Arvidsson has to move the puck. Kempe takes it, shooting! And he snipes top shelf!
Man, refs tried so hard to give the Kings this series, but they failed.
The never quit Kings are back within one.
Watch Fiala sell this though. Once this puck comes to him, he pops through a little hole. And for Stuart Skinner, he has to look to the right around Kopitar, and as a result,
has Unity made his congratulations Kings video? If he has, we're gonna watch it together. Just want to do a little language warning because Unity does swear. So, just a little that's it warning. I mean, ridiculousness. Of officiating this series was horrible.
And game 6 is tied 3-3.
And a laser by Kempe, back-to-back power play goals by the Los Angeles Kings, and here it is. Move the puck around, and for Fiala, he looks up and he says, okay, I'm just going to wait, and puts it through everybody. Far side off the bar. Excellent shot. Doesn't load up.
One-sidedness of it was horrible. Love Oilers came out on top.
Just navigates through everyone, shoots it underneath the body.
Took a whole game out if I was going to, but hey.
Play continues. It's Mikey Anderson. The puck slips by.
But hey, they should have won it. Oilers should have had a chance to win 5 I'm not saying they would have won that game where there's a clear and obvious high stick, but
what a turn of events here again. It was on the forecheck.
You know.
Right there, he's thinking, oops.
Oh crap! I just realized they were crouch forward.
Comes down the other way. And this rebound, great little redirection by Yamamoto. Corpusalo doesn't handle it. Comes right to Costin, who funnels to the front of the net.
Oh well, we all make mistakes. We'll watch FCC highlights next. It's been IndyCar for NASCAR.
Bench to make sure there wasn't too many men, and Bouchard, a wise decision not to play that puck right away.
Here's McDavid entering the Kings zone. McDavid knocked down, but a chance for Draisaitl. The puck was in the blue paint.
I like how it takes we're almost a third period on highlights for me to realize.
Doughty now, all the way ahead to his kick. Dropping it off for Kempe. Back to Kopitar. It's shutting the door. Stuart Skinner. Good battle there, Nugent Hopkins.
Yeah, I just can't believe how long it took me to realize I was even doing college order. Oh well. That was bullcrap because they missed a slash but broke Stuart Skinner's stick. So I don't know how the refs are so bad. Oh wait, things are refs. That's how.
In the third, 5-on-3 into the zone with the best team gaining offensive zone.
We really casually skating by goalie and slashing his stick should be a 2-minute minor, obviously.
Just a little fumble by Skinner and he buries it into the net. I mean, just a mishap, but because he's right there, he forces Skinner to do a little bit faster.
So.
Yamamoto to McLeod. McLeod creating some time and space. Yamamoto takes it. Costin's parked in front. Yamamoto.
My West bracket is half alive.
The go-ahead goal. Kyler Yamamoto. Can't believe his eyes. Go to work in the offensive zone.
Kyler Yamamoto, probably one of the, so far, the biggest goal of his National Hockey League career. That was the goal that sent Oilers to a second round.
Look at this. No chance. You can see Korpisalo at the last second tries to extend with the blocker, but it finds its way home through all that traffic up over top. And the Oilers again have the lead with 3:02 on the clock. Wow. Doughty dumps it back in. Kulak waiting at the far side. Korpisalo to the bench for the extra attacker. The puck is bouncing near the net. Diving to ensure that it didn't go in was Korpisalo. The Oilers set to celebrate.
Yeah, I'm gonna take tomorrow to work on YouTube, but we'll be back with you for Friday if you're watching this on Twitch.
To the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
As nice, we accidentally have chronological order. So that is my bad. That is what in the business what we call an oopsies. I can't spell today. Wait, I think I can spell. Yeah, I can. Anyways,
This is not how kids should have to brush
Exactly.
their teeth. Join Crest and Oral-B in closing America's smile gap. Your purchase of Crest and Oral-B helps give to a smile in need.
He can turn on a dime. He has that balance, that burst. To
boy,
be
was
able to
this
separate.
match
He can
weird.
find that killer pass
Oh
or finish
boy, did it
himself.
ran hard
Joe
during
Acosta,
it.
He is going to be an impossible matchup. You get tight, he turns.
My
you give
lord,
him
was it
space,
running
he can
hard
pick the
during this
pass.
match.
All the build-up, and now we come to this. And what about it? What are these two really made of? Two teams right from the top drawer. Two teams identified as serious contenders. Now Acosta towards the cusp he goes. There's a cry for a hand which is heard. Now then, the referee has indeed pointed to the
I don't
spot. He was
think
awfully
this
close,
is-
Kalen.
This is going to be tight here. You see the ball coming across. It's a design play to find Barrial on top of the box, and you can see it hits Justin Rennick's hand. It's just
We're
a
hearing
question
ball,
mark.
but I don't know how
Is that
VAR
inside
missed.
the box? It looks just
This
outside
VAR guy
to
was a
me.
clown.
It's a little bit tough to tell from this angle, but from based on the position of Rennick's and where his arm is, it looks to me just outside the box. They've confirmed this decision. They've confirmed this decision.
The penalty stands at the game at the top of the Eastern Conference. Acosta, and it's saved!
And remember, assistant referee there was to make sure the refs goalie Bloodhunter didn't jump early, which VAR also watches.
6'4". It's going to take something good to beat him, and you can see there he just reads it the entire way. as Acosta opened the hips.
I believe the
Petrovic
rule
is
is
already
the goalkeeper cannot move until the ball is kicked.
In the 2022 campaign,
I will
it was
correct
the most
that
in Major League Soccer.
in a comment
Oh, he finds another here.
of law. I don't know why it's because soccer rules law. It's kind of weird, but
Cincinnati's ball in towards goal. It goes. This time they do score. Yes, and Mosquera with the goal. Big games need big goals.
Cincinnati have continued to apply pressure, and Barrial whips in the in-swinger.
I
And
just
it's
like,
Mosquera who just
I
drifts
just like,
off that
I don't
near
know why
post a little
Barrial
bit.
doesn't take more
He's
corner
able to get his
kicks.
head on it, just redirecting it to the back post. You see him just turning out to the right a little bit there, just 2 steps out, and just is going away from the goal and is able to get it across to that back post. Cincinnati have been putting them under pressure.
Carlos Hill, how they need him. Just able to put it through for Boateng, but Hill there to pick up the
He's
scraps.
me.
Lovely angle ball in and over.
Work from New England, working it side to side. Carlos Hill picks it up and just carries it a little bit forward and plays the early ball in.
Match this weekend. We'll talk about that after
And it
we
just
watch.
flicks on
After
from
we talk about
Hagelin. He just gets a
NASCAR.
little bit of deflection, and Brandon Bye gets up, just can't get on.
We have to talk about Chastain being a human wrecking ball.
Petrovic came a long way, perhaps a little too far, and Andrew Farrell there to intervene again. How many times has he done that for New England over the years?
He's tracking the initial run here.
I don't know.
from
I haven't watched
Sergio
any
Santos,
Revolution
who
matches.
just gets by him, is able to squeeze by him, but he doesn't stop his
You can
run
tell
there.
it's,
He can-
you can. A points of the match, you're spinning so hard that the camera, like, that the microphones were picking up the camera tarps being hit.
Lifeline for New England Revolution.
Lost stoppage time because screw AstroTurf. All my homies say suck on AstroTurf.
Accompanied by internal jubilation. The game at the top of the East is all square at 1-1.
You see Carlos Hill in the middle of the field, and they find Zesmir Bekterovic right in the middle, and he plays it on. And Brandon Bye continues with the play and finds it to that back post.
Never really
Boateng,
gets you
who
there.
just
I
beats
don't.
his man right past Greg Gaddis and is able to tuck it in the back of the net.
I'll be ready for Paul, but I'm sorry if he tucked it in the back of the net.
Now Costa slips it through. Santos! Fabulous save by Petrovic. Wobodo with a follow-up.
And James probably thinks this dude's better than Andre Blake. Really, Taylor? Really, bro?
It's really good, intricate passing patterns here, and that little slip ball there from Lucho Acosta just opens it up. Just looking one way and cuts it back across the grain to Sergio Santos, who's standing just on top of it. Some nice balance there between Polster and Buck. Both of them have a really good understanding. When one pushes, the other sits.
Boys ball in.
I still think it's funny that Rooney claims that
Boateng again. Celentano this time able to parry away.
that the crew
Chance after
the best
chance
for
to end
East
the
is
half,
like
and
Bud.
Brandon Bye again getting good service, and the first one Hagelin gets, and the second
Last time
Celentano
you
takes care of
played
it. But it's
FC
just
Cincinnati, which is
relentless
having
play from New England, pushing
just having FC, we should like you like.
Buck into Boateng. Jones ahead. Buck. Hill. Jones! Celentano with a big save.
Well, here's the other side of it, and you see that lovely little slip ball in. from
Even
Hill
in
to
these highlights, you
Jones.
could hear from Tarp
Brandon
being
Vasquez
hit.
twisting and turning. Into the path of Barrial. And Acosta.
Clear penalty kick.
Down under
That
the challenge. Referee says penalty. From one end of the field to the other.
Get a hand to it. And here's the play in question. Lucho Acosta gets a great
Clear
first touch
penalty.
here. And Chilovich
But you know,
is
it's
gonna
a little less.
go take a look at the monitor himself.
Well, Alex Chilovich says no penalty. It's greeted
I love
to a raucous roar
that was
inside
Acosta. He
Stadium.
never touches a ball.
Hagelin doing the rest. Romney on top of things for New England. Jones.
I mean, Lucho gets second shot penalty kick, he scores,
Onside, press forward again.
and we win. But you know,
Saved by Celentano. Behind for a corner.
Well, it's a great entry ball and a lovely little chip.
it was just so for us on
Rated
Huggy
ball
highlights.
in
I actually
behind for
went
Bo. But Bo
out
makes
of
the wrong decision there. He elects to go
Gone
for it
for it.
himself. It's just sprung in so well from heel. But if he looks to that back post,
Will be it for the time being. Marayal's in-swinging ball, back post it goes! And it goes wide.
I honestly thought we got
A
match
glaring
winner
miss.
there.
here to Haglund. He's got a clean look at it. And instead of going across the frame, he tries to come at that near post.
And with that goes the final whistle. A thrill of a contest in which neither side are to be separated.
This is not how kids should have to brush their teeth.
And that was that. F1, nothing to talk about. It was boring, great. Minus the whole. The craziest part was definitely Doofus photographers running onto a hot track.
We're racing in the month of May. Indianapolis not too far away, but this is Alabama, and we've got a youngster on the pole position. Renus VK is going to lead them to green. They've waved it off. Race control is not happy with how they packed up. They are too spread out, so we're going to go around again.
Oh, wrong race, haha. We all have those days where we
course of this season here at Barber Motorsports Park. The green flies, and Grosjean leads this star-studded field of green.
Great start from Romain Grosjean, side by side behind him as Padua Ward tries to go on the outside of Alex Palou, and I think he's going to pull that off. He'll have a great run on Grosjean now into 5.
Oh, Palou's looking good here with a run already. No push to pass, but he has the draft going to the brake zone.
And he's on those softer compound tires. He said they should work well. And Grosjean runs wide. It opens the door not only
I think
for
it'd be
Award,
too
but for
easy
Palou.
to make passes.
Look
If
at
it had
this,
pushed
wheel
past,
to wheel
just
on the opening lap.
pass to start
Grosjean's
the
got the
race.
better line and keeps the lead.
Oh, and Palou snuck it inside Padua Ward, so Palou was patient but pounced when it mattered.
The patience I love there is out of Padua Ward. It would have been so easy for him to just turn in after he was cleared by Romain Grosjean, with Palou just sneaking in there side by side now through the chicane. That's a tough place to do that.
Pink car with Simon Pagenaud on the green and black machine, Callum Ilott. Oh, wheel to wheel through there, that almost doesn't work.
That's Callum Ilott and David Malukas, two young stars going at it on the first lap.
Look for that Joseph Newgard move on the inside of 16 here. Callum Ilott keeps it tight, doesn't give David Malukas the chance. Some great action here.
That was on board very quickly with the 1Q Honda of Graham Rahal, a two-time podium place getter here. Is Will Power fighting with the green, black and blue Honda, the Gainbridge machine of Colton Herta.
Yeah, that yellow and black car of Colton Herta just made the move on Will Power to go up one spot. All three Team Penske's cars on the harder black tire as Power counters back.
Is there contact? That was close, really close. That was that turn 5 I was telling you
Good
about.
craft Barber. I feel like last year was better.
The difference between those red sidewall tires, the alternates, they're softer, more grip.
I'm gonna go
than
to
Colton Herta has
the
on.
Barber
You see
someday.
the black sidewall primaries that Will Power has as we ride on the Verizon on board right now. That grip really helping Colton there.
You can see Colton with great power down, but that's on lap 2. Just wait, everybody, because in about 10 laps, everything should flip-flop. The harder compound black tire should really come into its prime.
And because of this strategy, question mark, 2 stops or 3, if you're the cars out front, you want to go to the 2-stop. That's your ideal strategy right now. But to do it, you got to save fuel. Alex Palou, one of the best in the biz at doing it. He is pressuring Romain Grosjean right now, trying to force him to use more.
Marty?
A little further
That
back,
speedway
Joseph Newgarden
feel.
gained 1 spot on the start, but he has said something is wrong with the car. At first, he told Tim Cindric, it feels like my right rear is losing air pressure. They told him that actually is fine, and then he said something is definitely wrong.
Oh, Marty, excuse me, there's a move for the lead. Alex Palou inside turn 5. Grosjean doesn't want to have anything to do with it. They're wheel to wheel down this mid-pack straight.
This was definitely
And
way
Grosjean's
too early
gonna
to be
prevail again.
And I promise
fighting
you,
for the
Grosjean's
lead.
inside the cockpit going, dude, what are you doing? We've got to be able to save some gas if we're going to make this on 2 stops, but Palou is pouncing.
Meanwhile, Pato O'Ward in 3rd place is sitting there thinking, yeah, guys,
Honestly,
go
Grosjean
ahead,
should have
go
just
at it,
let
burn
him
that
by.
fuel.
I
I'm gonna
would
sit
have.
back here and save what I need as Palou again right up on the gearbox.
And
Like-
Newgarden is on pit road. First team Penske car in. Marty?
Yep, and I think you're going to see the Chevys kind of come early here. The Team Penske cars, you might see the McLaren cars follow suit. Newgarden was asked about that right rear. He said it's not ideal, but I can live with it for the rest of the day. You see those alternate tires going on, sticker alternates for Joseph Newgarden, Kevin.
The plan had been a 2-stopper and try to save for Felix Rosenqvist, but it now go as fast as you want to go. He had already gotten by 4 more cars. He comes in. He's done with the alternates if he likes on primary Firestones and shell fuel. Rosenqvist back out.
Hey, Marty, I'm a little surprised to see Newgarden come in on blacks. I would have thought that would be the stint to run long on.
Yeah, and I think that was the thought originally, you know, and I've got to wonder if this suspension damage has something to do with it.
So,
no
yeah,
caution at
you
the
got it.
start as well, Townsend, which the Chevy teams kind of needed. But remember, it's going to depend on how well Newgarden's car handles, but they used this strategy last year. They were in a perfect spot. Looked like they were going to win the race and strategy-wise until the caution came out and caught them out. So Newgarden trying to play that same play in the playbook this year.
Rossi in.
Kevin Lee standing by. He's coming your way, Kev.
And Alexander Rossi really liked his car this morning in the warm-up. Keep in mind, this is his first road course
Missed that
appearance
warm-up
for this
because of
team.
that
So while he's been on the
church.
streets, it's a
Good
little bit
message.
different. He was cautiously optimistic they were going to be good. Feels better as the weekend goes along, and he can go hard now and with some clean track, try to make up some time and hope it stays green at the right times.
Guys, I wonder, with Rossi also taking the blacks off, I wonder if they're looking at the pace of the leader. Grosjean seems to be hanging on fine, doing high 109s right now, 15 laps.
Wonder what
in. He's
primary
halfway
sponsor
there. If
series
he's on a
is.
2-stopper, maybe everybody's saying, hey, the red looks like it's the tire to have now. That wasn't the case this morning during warm-up.
No, it's still tough to know because these tires, they can just hit a cliff after 20 laps where the lap time falls off significantly, and then you'd have to hang on for 9 or 10 more before you could come in to switch onto the primaries. But right now, Alexander Rossi, Felix Rosenqvist, as we see McLaughlin in the pits now. As you said, Martin,
Didn't expect that free stop
are doing this 3-stopper, looking for that clean
race
air
to
and
work
fast
because
lap times.
there was only 9% chance of it
You can see
working
the
according to
helicopter shot, that
analytics,
blue
which
and white
is
PPG car on the press, working the 3-stop strategy. Here he is, up behind a struggling Rinus VK. He'll get another
which probably
one.
would have happened if
Marty,
we
this is
stayed
exactly what
green.
they want, being able to move through traffic
The
on
2-stop
the 3-stop
would have
strategy.
worked.
I mean, at times, Townsend, Joseph Newgarden has been 2 seconds faster than the leader. So this is where the 3-stop strategy pays off. And usually when you hit traffic, you kind of slow down. Newgarden hasn't slowed down. He's still cutting through traffic right now. He has gained about 10 spots since he came out, and those on the 2-stop strategy coming in about 2 to 3 laps.
Here's the thing about the drivers on the 3-stop strategy. Yes, you stop an extra time. Yes, you're racing faster. But the downside, James Hinchcliffe, is it is physically brutal.
So much harder driving 10/10ths for the entire race rather than fuel saving. As we said, Colton Herta, he had to bail, Marty, a couple laps shy of what he wanted.
I mean, begging to come in, coming in early on the 2-stop window side. He gets those primary tires, those fresh primary tires, waiting on fuel a little bit. Herta leads, so this will open the window for the 2-stoppers.
Joseph Newgarden getting rid of Simon Pagenaud, now up to 8th. And when you think about it, this is essentially what he's running. Everybody in front has 2 stops to make. He has 2 stops to make.
I definitely knew I would have won even
he's
with
going to have a lot more fuel to
damage.
burn in those next 2 stints. So this is shaping up real nice for Joseph Newgarden.
This is where
time for my
Newgarden
favorite
really
driver. My favorite driver
when
is
everybody starts to peel off for the pit lane on the 2-stop strategy. Newgarden up ahead has clean air. Watch the pace the next 2 or 3 laps from Newgarden. It's going to be ferocious with a full send mentality.
Here's Christian Lundgaard.
But out of these 2 rain workers, honestly, I would run rain to see what the air is like, the aerodynamics is like on Finn without rain. So just in case they're expecting rain, we can run rain. Like, I know the optional for non-rain races, but
primary tires. VK was only complaining about the loss of speed based on the degradation on that first set.
Released is the Bitnile Chevy.
Race data is a lot more valuable than practice data.
Out he goes again, that last portion of that opening.
And it's racing. You know how technology advanced racing is becoming. I love it.
Earlier, where's Colton Herta? This is one of the blend battles we'll be watching. There goes Rinus VeeKay. Here comes Colton Herta on hot tires. So there you see what the over-under looks like on when they pit. On board here with Herta, VeeKay just up ahead.
That's VeeKay ahead on cold tires, 4 position.
4 position. These in-laps and out-laps are what it's all about in these sequences. And Colton Herta a little bit wide there in turn 5 as Pato O'Ward and Scott Dixon are in the pits. 2 of the leaders, Kevin, have come to pit lane.
Pato O'Ward said the tire deck was not bad. He made it work, getting to the lap he needed, 29. He's going to primaries this time. Marty, there's Scott Dixon right around him.
This race.
Lap 30, Scott Dixon comes in and admitted, boy, those alternates were a handful. Look at that, 3 turns of front wing going to the primaries for Dixon.
So yeah,
this has been their strength the entire weekend.
What house? That's going to be 90 laps.
Look at that battle off pit road.
How about that?
Next up is the IMS Road Course, November 500. Obviously, we have 500. Vlog from there. Don't think I got last year's vlog up, so I'll do that. And like I said, I'm taking tomorrow off to work on YouTube.
And he's able to stay a couple of car lengths ahead of Dixon.
I wonder what Pato O'Ward is thinking, looking in his mirrors, knowing full well how mad Dixon still is about Long Beach. Dixon's been on him the whole race. Still 60 laps for Dixon to just prowl back there and wait for his chance.
Guys,
oh man, he has a
rarely
cloud.
want to look in your mirror and see Scott Dixon.
Okay,
if you're
Scott
Pato
Dixon.
O'Ward today, it's the last person you want to see. Just knowing what's happening is now Dixon's having to defend against Christian Lundgaard, who's on those alternate tires.
Lundgaard, Spackmaster from Carrick Hall, like we're waiting racing on his
and
back.
the leaders are in.
That's 4 position. Here is Grosjean.
29 laps in the books. Romain Grosjean has led every one of them so far.
It was funny, before I even went to church Sunday morning, they postponed for NASCAR race, which was a good call.
We'll see the race here. Look at that, a long stop for the 10. Ericsson also in, and Grosjean with a good jump here on pit road.
There's Grosjean. Here comes Alex Palou. There's Pato O'Ward. That's close. Super close between the Ganassi and the McLaren.
Oh, this is going to be spicy down to turn 5, Townsend. Side by side through 4, Palou in the marbles.
Pato's got the advantage, hot tires, and Palou had to run wide through the dirty section of the track. So nice move from O'Ward. That puts a car between him and Scott Dixon.
That just shows the undercut really worked by pitting a lap sooner, getting out on those fresh primaries. They were able to overtake Pato O'Ward at least.
But,
Pato was
What's tires?
Check this out,
had more,
all of a sudden, this
had more grip, but fell a lot faster, like soft tires in F1.
Here comes Christian Lundgaard.
You got to be smart here.
They don't last as long as F1 tires. Good, because that actually makes the races entertaining.
Out of turn 13, will he dive down the inside? Scott covers.
Dixon defends. He knows that Newgarden style move. And look at this on the last turn. Lundgaard pounces.
That was such a beautiful move by
Lundgaard.
That's
a savvy move.
That was a beautiful pass from Christian Lundgaard.
My lord, my eyes got so wide when I saw him doing that.
Guys, we got to think big picture.
It was just beautiful.
Lundgaard pitted on lap 28 on the early side, so to make that stretch to the end, he's really got to figure out some ways to coast.
He just asked back to the team what number. He wants to know for sure, so he gets on it.
Yeah, that'd be a useful piece of information right now.
The number is a lot more conservative than what you're doing. Here's that slick move. Whoa.
This was just a beautiful
Dixon
move.
covered
Definitely
off the
passive
inside of turn
race.
16 here, which kind of sacrificed. Look at that. He had to check up a little bit for Alex Palou, who was still getting up to speed on those cold tires. Perfect read from Christian Lundgaard.
I love Lundgaard's
Using
intelligence there to
using
go wide, pick up
cold
the
tire
clean
car.
air. That was like an
Missing
oval
this
move,
pick
but
was
in
a
a right-hander.
beautiful move.
Here's a replay from a couple of laps ago. David Malukas in the red, black, and white HMD Motorsports with Dale Coyne Racing Honda. Up
My lord,
against
this is just
the man
amazing
who
wheels
has
we were
led 30
racing.
laps
I
here today,
just
Romain
love
Grosjean.
IndyCar.
This was close between the 200 drivers at turn 5.
Didn't happen there, but David Malukas does get him later and is now running in front on the three-stop strategy.
But that's important for Grosjean's team to remind him, hey, they're on a completely different strategy. They have to do it on pace. Don't get too caught up in defending here. Grosjean got caught up in defending right there, James.
He sure did. But David Malukas now down into turn 5.
I think Grosjean's probably he gets too caught up in defending and then burns more fuel.
Show of force.
Yeah. Do you remember what happened there last year late in the race? Grosjean and Graham Rahal got into it and hit not once, but twice. By the way, young David Malukas, Little Dave as he's now known, is running in the top 10 in the NTT IndyCar Series Championship points in his second year of competition.
Oh, look at that.
Teammates have swapped positions. McLaughlin gets ahead of Joseph Newgarden, and Newgarden looks like he's got his hands full with that.
Newgarden definitely had a lot of car damage, but
that's why. We saw it on the previous lap, and
they wanted him to say where he was because he was off too many points if he retired the car.
Then McLaughlin, Marty, Newgarden bailing out of this one, coming in for freshies.
But all within the range of what they had planned to do all along. Newgarden has really struggled on the alternate tires, even though they're going to go to another set of alternate tires here. These are going to be scuffed alternate tires going on for Joseph Newgarden. I would expect
you have to basically use tires.
He has that issue from earlier in the race with the right rear suspension, so you got to wonder if that is playing a part here in the handling as well for the 2-car.
Let's take a look at the replay of McLaughlin making the move on his teammate. Into that fast section, Newgarden really doesn't try to defend. Now, got to wonder, why is Newgarden going to use reds? That's because he only has to do 22 laps to make it to that window for his final stop, presumably on sticker blacks, as there is a stalled car, the 51 of Stingray Rob.
Stingray Rob's gearbox decided he didn't want to do.
A stop. Is this going to bring out the first full course caution?
Did Tim Cindric see this happening and call Newgarden in? Alexander Rossi dives into pit lane. They're going to try to get here before that yellow comes, and Scott McLaughlin, the leader, in as well.
If you're a 3-stopper, you want to box right
I don't
now.
like if they let everyone pit just for a caution.
The 3-stop strategy cars. Will it play in their favor today?
As we watch them come in, Scott McLaughlin, by the way, right before he passed
Like,
Joseph Newgarden, was told, this is working, trying to explain the strategy to the drivers too. He said, we need to pick up another 8 seconds.
Without a gearbox, there's no such thing as a safe place for a stalled car.
First, then Rossi in this group. Power follows.
This is pretty understandable. IndyCar have said that if they know there's a pit sequence that we're in the middle of and the car is stopped offline in a safe place, the driver hasn't made contact with anything, they'll leave it green and let those cars go through the pits before the yellow comes. I assume it's still coming. Now, this isn't great for the 3-stoppers because they didn't have that full 30-second advantage they needed.
We're going to hit a caution anyways.
Well, if the yellow comes out, then it stacks them up, and they all just have to make one more stop. So I think it's good news. There's the caution.
So the trend continues, meaning the trend of no race here at Barber Motorsports Park in the NTT IndyCar Series has ever gone.
Like that is not a safe spot.
The stranded rookie of Stingray Rob. Ready to go back to racing here at Barber. Grosjean will lead this field to green, but how long will he stay in the lead? Here we go.
Don't get mad, but you know, I've ranted about nuclear control enough
laps to make his last stop to get to the end.
of these streams.
And it's the 2 guys who gave us that ultimate theater on the streets of St. Petersburg to start the year. McLaughlin and Grosjean going for the win again. Here's Alex Palou defending from Christian Lundgaard, and Lundgaard does the over and under beautifully.
Remember, no push to pass yet, and what a great move from Christian Lundgaard on those softer alternate tires to go around the 2021 Series champion. Great driving.
Think about what a relief it is for Rahal Letterman Lanigan to see that high V Honda
The
up
best
there,
side of
and
sports
Lundgaard
is definitely
leading the
IndyCar
charge for the team.
engines.
Good work there, young man.
Nice work there, young man. Yes, the 21-year-old Dane is flying. McLaughlin had an inside look there at Grosjean.
He's starting to get big eyes, Scotty Mack. He knows he's got a really good shot today. Watching that Team Penske number 3 really squirm around, though, behind Grosjean.
I don't know
Does have those alternate
how
tires on the number 3. The Delaware Life Honda is on the primaries. They are they?
They should be.
No, because he started on primaries.
Here we go. You're right.
So if they're used reds, he has to go to reds.
But then he's 3-stopped.
No, here we go. Look at this. Way out wide at turn 5. That is a real hot spot for Romain Grosjean.
I heard my cat meow.
Not only Graham
my
Rahal,
cat.
then David Malukas, and now
Yes, I
Scott
did it.
McLaughlin.
I heard him meow yawn, which is so totally messed up. But anyways,
for Grosjean to hang on.
Here he is. That Delaware Life Honda is in. Great job, Romain Grosjean, Marty. He withstood quite a bit of pressure for a long time.
It has been a dominant
I don't know what happened to all this
performance.
push
He has
to
led
pass,
all
but
9
that's
laps here at Barber Motorsports
ultimately
Park,
cost him
pitting
the
with
race.
31 laps to go, 0 complaints when they were on the primaries. Can the crew deliver what should be the final stop of the day in quick fashion? They do, Kevin.
Pato Award comes in from third, just a few stalls behind him. So he makes it a 2-stopper. He's going to take a turn of runway onto the primaries for the last stint.
So crucial
Had
now
a
for
feeling
Scott McLaughlin to push.
That
We got to take a look
3
at
stoppers
his
were
lap
going to get a
times when he comes
caution.
back around. Use the push to pass.
Make
Use
it
what's
work.
left of those alternate tires and try to see if he can leapfrog Romain
But,
Grosjean.
McLaughlin has a pristine half racetrack to himself right now.
Yeah.
As Newgarden, I don't know how much longer he's going to hold off Scott Dixon and Will
Yeah,
Power.
yes,
They
I
are
know,
ready
bye.
to get by. Urgent to get by.
And Alexander Rossi, the last car in that shot you see on the right. Felix Rosenquist is growing impatient as well. By the way, Christian Lundgaard pitted. Here's Dixon. Dixon on the inside of Newgarden. Whoa, just squeezes the PNC Bank Honda in there. And here, that causes a traffic jam. They're swamping Newgarden.
Keep going, you're fine.
Somebody.
Power's pitting.
Oh, excuse me, pardon me. Here I go. I'm coming through, and Will Power has dived for pit lane. No, he hasn't. He stays out.
He wants to stay out. He's a 3-stopper. He wants clean air right now with Dixon in the pit. So now Power has to make some magic happen and bust out incredible pace.
Alex Palou and Scott Dixon both coming down pit road here. They both were told to push at the end there. Going to be sticker primary tires for the Team Ganassi guys. You see almost a collision there with Kyle Kirkwood, who did a nice job getting to his stall and around Palou. He is in. We'll watch where all these drivers blend out.
So Lundgaard already went through that
I
shot
already know
there.
who we're rating.
Well ahead of Scott Dixon, as
We're
you
rating
expect
Brian
him to be where he
Helinsky.
stopped last time.
So.
Well ahead of the PNC Bank Honda.
It's about a 27-second. I know he kind of used 30 as the round number, but it's a 27-second loss on pit lane right now.
To
Romain
pit those
Grosjean,
27 seconds. I don't know why
27.4
you
seconds
round it
behind
when
Scott
it's
McLaughlin. This is it right now.
when you-
McLaughlin was the fastest car on track last time
It's
by.
not-
He has got to make this one work.
You're saying we're going to see St. Petersburg all over again.
It quite literally will be exactly
Hello,
the
kitty.
same. The benefit Scott McLaughlin has. You see him on the
Here's
push
the
to
cat.
pass. The
But
blue
anyways,
lights on the side
great
of
race.
his dashboard. He is pushing now. He might be
I
coming
still
in,
think
but
Texas
he'll
is
have a
super
slightly
here.
shorter stop with less fuel having to
Long
get
Beach
in.
for
And here's what they
second.
have to contemplate.
I'll put
McLaughlin's got enough
Risford
fuel to
and,
go, but there's lap traffic ahead, so they might have to
St.
come in
Petersburg
earlier
fourth.
than they wanted because he'll have to slow down if he's trapped, Marty.
None of these races are so bad. It's just my personal
Joseph
opinion.
Newgarden so happy to get here to pit road, get some fresh Firestones on. Marcus Jackson having a very
If Texas
quiet
was an
but
indication,
nice
it's going to
day,
be a wild
running around the
500.
8th position.
And it
We
looks
saw
like a
those
safe,
wing
and
adjustments
hopefully
for
a
those
safe
tires.
500.
We'll see where these guys cycle out and should be the Team Penske
Oh, my cat's
cars
in
that
the
were
window. I
leading
just
up
saw him
front
jump a window
coming in
back.
just a
Oh,
moment.
on the chair.
Easily by Newgarden. No worries there. That goes per plan as they were when they pitted, respectively. Here's McLaughlin in. Race leader is in. Now we put our eyes on Romain Grosjean. And watch where these
It was a
two guys
very,
come out. One Honda driver, one Chevrolet driver, where they join on the racetrack.
You can see
Kevin,
they
here
had
comes
about
McLaughlin.
It should be really close, and I think you guys are right. I think this is a lap or two earlier than they wanted. They
a
wanted to
few
get a
tenths
bigger
of
gap.
delta, but
McLaughlin's car has been great. He's got primary Firestones to go to the rest of the way. No fuel save concerns, so he can go harder than Grosjean. And let's watch the blend as he heads back out on track.
Still on that pit stop speed
Back up
limiter.
clear.
Pit exit is like going off a ski run right here.
I mean, look at just that. Look how deep you go down.
This is going to be good. McLaughlin comes out ahead, but on cold tires, and Grosjean is going to be pushing 100% for the next couple corners.
Turn 5.
Whatever you want.
Turn 5. Here we go. Setting up. This is where
You
the
can
race
see
was won a year ago.
used to overtake or push to pass there.
From a long way back, but he's not close enough.
With screen lights would push to pass.
Version 2.0. McLaughlin 1 lap
He
colder
just
on tires.
his car
Grosjean
apparently his
on the
car
blood,
information
doesn't quite
glitched
have
out.
the
That's what he
run
said
into turn
post race,
8
which
here,
is weird.
But
But
it's not over yet. If McLaughlin can keep him behind through turn
Oh.
16, he goes wide here. Not going to get it. It's a flat-out chicane.
maybe the computer was like, ha ha ha, I
Don't
lied.
make a move, especially going into the fastest and gnarliest section right here. Watch McLaughlin up ahead, drop into the valley.
Romain Grosjean's got to do it. Joseph Newgarden style.
I need
Inside opportunity coming up. Can he get his car tight to the right? Tight to
Thank
the
God
right.
we didn't have a
Now
St.
McLaughlin
Petersburg
blocks
moment.
that.
Watch him try
We
to
just
close
had
it
good,
up and
clean
make it happen right
racing.
here.
Inside. Romain Grosjean wheel to wheel with Scott McLaughlin for the lead.
That was just amazing. Gosh, I love
the kind
IndyCar.
of move you want to see, aggressive but
That like
calculated.
Cinder, but gosh, I love
Scott McLaughlin
Dragons.
gave him just enough room to pull it off. The 28 to the point.
IndyCar,
So
World's
19
Best
laps
Racing
to go here
Series.
at the line for Grosjean. And we always make a lot of Team Penske's strength on pit lane. And thanks to NTT, we can take a look back on that last round of stops and compare McLaughlin and Grosjean on pit time differential. The advantage was to Grosjean on the in-lap, but time on pit
Thank you tomorrow. I'll look at
Team
YouTube.
Penske did really well. Grosjean strong on the outlap. The advantage to Grosjean just a tick, 4/10 to the good, thanks to NTT as Grosjean goes way wide.
Way wide. Oh, and almost comes back in. That turn 5 spot.
Him
is a
going
real
wide
handful
race
for
where
Grosjean.
I think
It's gonna
cost
be
him
a
for
new
race.
leader. His name is Scott McLaughlin.
With no push to pass left, there was absolutely nothing Romain Grosjean could do. Scott got on the button, easily cleared him into turn 8, and to the lead go the Thirsty Threes.
With 21 seconds to push to pass, and you got to think Grosjean's heart just sunk there.
Yep. Is it going to be second again for Romain
Remember,
Grosjean?
McLaughlin
He's
had
come
21
so
seconds,
close
right? He basically
multiple
used
times.
to defend the
19 laps
lead.
to go. It'll be 18 this time by.
I'm still trying to figure out where all those push to pass seconds
when
went
did he
to.
use
Like, I think Grosjean's a bit confused.
So
Here's how it happened.
Into turn 5, just got in hot. You saw that left front just starting to lock. Sends him to the outside.
Yeah, he just
And at this
overshot
point, he might
return,
be all right
and that's
still
what cost him
if
for
he had
race.
the push to pass to defend, but with nothing left, you're really a sitting duck.
And Romain Grosjean is going to be absolutely kicking himself for that move. If Scott McLaughlin just got a good run out of 2 and had the push
But
to
like I
pass,
said, new
that's
rain
one
wickers.
thing, but
I will
because it
find
comes
them
from a mistake on the
at a
driver's
race
side,
to
as
see
a
what the
driver, you go
airflow
down
is
to the
like.
inside the cockpit. You never want to lose a position because of a mistake like that, and unfortunately, it was the position that Romain Grosjean lost. Very, very
Not only do I help,
unfortunate.
I also help other competitors,
Good
but
on
hey,
Scott
who
McLaughlin
cares?
for capitalizing.
Scott McLaughlin got a comfortable lead. The pressure is all on Romain Grosjean.
The other thing to take into account, Scott McLaughlin in first, Will Power in third on that 3-stop strategy. They've been pushing flat out this whole race. That takes a physical toll. The 2-stoppers, saving fuel, it takes a little bit of the physicality away from this racetrack, which is absolutely at the top of the physical scale. So those Penske drivers, they're going to be sore, they're going to be tired, they're going to be wore out with only a handful of laps to go.
16 seconds of push to pass left for Will Power.
I think we'll need
Now
another
and
lap.
when? Or does he take the conservative route and grab this third spot? I don't think so. I think he'd like to get that and make it a Team Penske 1-2.
You use a good burst out of turn 17 on the front straight to close the gap.
Yeah, I
Up to
don't think
turn
we'll have
1,
enough time.
And then out of turn 2, you hammer it. It's the white flag they're coming to. His run down into turn 5 is going to be his last real good shot to make this happen, Townsend. I think this is what he's got to do. He's got to do it now.
He's got to get closer, though.
Scott McLaughlin begins the final 2.3 miles with a comfortable lead.
In America, we signify a last lap with a white flag, not a slow-moving vehicle.
Followed it up with 2 road course victories at Mid-Ohio and at Portland. So this will be his 4th career win and 4th different circuit.
Grosjean doing a perfect job to just maximize the radius, keep that mid-corner flow.
Yeah, and Vince McLaughlin keeps new repeat winners
the whole time.
Stuff going, which I love.
It would take a small miracle for power to close that gap.
Scott McLaughlin was going for the win at St. Petersburg, and it didn't happen with that late race collision with Romain Grosjean. At Texas, he finished 6th.
Well, start finish it only matters qualifying. Is so they can get splash of fuel, get fresh tires, and still go. You can still refill in F1 to qualifying, but you gotta do it in the garage for car off.
And makes it 4 different winners.
But
4 different winners to start this year. And McLaughlin says the thirsty threes to the moon, boys. That's what he calls his crew.
You know, hopefully IMS of course gets us 4 winners in 4 races. 505 and 5. You know.
Last lap to make the cut.
We should go pretty late into the IndyCar season before we get a repeat winner.
At this racetrack in spectacular style.
So Ben told you after the checkered flag, how much better was that to be on offense all day long in that 3-stop strategy versus saving fuel?
I call it a happy driver strategy. I was a lot happier doing that, but I'm so thankful. First weekend for Good Ranchers on the car. What an amazing thing for them to be with us this weekend. My team advanced me to victory lane there. We had great fuel. You know, went past Grosjean there.
Okay, IndyCar's getting sponsors.
Yeah, I feel really good about
Hopefully,
it. So
same for NASCAR because I think we're gonna see good racing once they get the car figured out.
Was St. Pete in the back of your mind thinking, man, I got to give him a lot of room. I don't want to run into him again.
Nah, we're racers. You just get on with it. You know, as good as your last race, you get on with it. We're men. We talk to man to man, and as far as I'm concerned, and he's concerned, we race hard and fair and press on, and there's no hard feeling between the two of us.
I love that. They were just like, it was just hard racing, and it just went wrong. And bleep happened.
Boy, these numbers may shock you, but +6.
I wonder if Shell sells those semis like Speedway did. Because I have a Speedway semi up in my utility room.
It's going to be an awesome time for us. I can't wait. Best race in the world's coming up here soon, and to start end April like this and start in May hopefully on a good note is a really proud achievement. But just super proud of my team, the Chevy for the fuel mileage. We had a hell of a strategy there today, and yeah.
But I must be live on Twitch and YouTube. Yeah.
I gotta tell you that your Good Ranchers first race with them, they're going bananas here in Victory Lane. You got a lot of Cowboys that are happy.
Well, I had a lot of Cowboys last night having a few drinks. I know that for sure. Hopefully they've got enough juice to have another party tonight.
Scott McLaughlin picks a very good time to get his first top 5 of the year. It's a win at Barber Motorsports Park.
Watch the GMR Grand Prix Saturday, May 13th at 3:30 p.m. on NBC.
Yeah, and that was IndyCar. And now we watch NASCAR highlights. Like how they got the highlights out so fast.
Fox Sports welcomes you to Dover, Delaware, and the Worth
Look how beautiful that
400 on FS1. Miles the Monster has had his day and night-long shower. He's all dried off, and so are we, ready to go. Now, here's our Grand Marshal, New Jersey native and Hollywood actor and filmmaker, Kevin Smith.
Drivers, start your engines!
And green flag, the Worth 400 at Dover is underway.
What a decent, that was a great crowd for rain delay race. I guess he was on the
Kyle
forecast.
already way up on the outside trying to make
like,
some
yeah,
hay.
I didn't know where we were
Wide,
racing
into the
Sunday.
Keselowski dropped to the
The rain check on every ticket says rain check.
Against Blaney for
if it ended up with, if it's,
the gears really good in that restart. Got out front, got
it's
to the bottom of the
500.
racetrack first.
If any of us
Right where
was
you want to be, that's the
supposed to
preferred
go
line at the
except for
moment
mission,
till the top starts coming in. Probably a little later on in the race.
We're here.
That outside line that you're talking about. See William Byron back there. A lot of people chase Briscoe. You can hold the guy down.
Well, actually,
you see
we're
him holding
here.
Ryan Blaney down. Blaney can squirt the middle and get in track position there. But if you can beat him over to about the 5/8 mark in the racetrack, like if you're William Byron, that is where how you make that outside line work in a pass.
A lot of comers and goers, as due to the metric that takes into account point standings, last race finish, and last race fastest lap. Number of drivers starting further up in the field than you might usually expect.
Gonna be uploading
this.
this.
Back to green. Brad Keselowski.
That's a fantastic
vlog
restart
to
on
that.
the bottom, not the preferred line by William Byron, and a heads-up start by Denny Hamlin pushing him to that lead. Keselowski had the preferred line on the outside.
Now, where's Christopher Bell? He went from 2nd to 13th on the pit stop. His team had a 16-second stop as Keselowski climbs the hill, and around goes Noah Gragson. Caution.
I think the front end's bent too. It looks like the toe's knocked in on the front.
Noah Gragson was running 31st
when
he slapped the wall and spun in the back straightaway.
It's all I take is where your car went. It's broken.
Very close, just might have scraped it.
Well, he'd been into.
It's just
turn around, Suarez. Daniel Suarez hard on the wall on the inside. A few more sliding. BJ McLeod, Ty Dillon hard on the inside wall. There's Kyle Busch. I don't think he got in it. He's back there in that mess because of pit road speeding penalty. You can see Suarez just gets loose, overcorrects, get into the wall a little bit, but then starts stacking up behind everybody. Hits the brakes. Kyle Busch gets into Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon rolls into the inside wall. Bam! Extremely hard right there. You see
it
the
seems
back
it
of
makes
the
the
car
crashes worse.
14 starts for Larson. Average finish better than 7th. 6.9. Yep.
If you look at his lap times, he's the only one in a 23-second bracket. I mean, you got the leader there, 24:08, 24:10 behind him. There's another 01, 24:68 on Chad Stain in front of him. You know, he was in a 23:80s. Oh, he goes!
Oh my gosh! Caution is out.
I don't know what Ross Chastain was doing here.
And it's Kyle Larson.
It was still the first stage.
Oh no!
He's actually like it was the last stage.
He and Brennan Poole got together.
Brennan Poole passing Austin Dillon. Oh, Chastain got in the back of him. Slid
up
right
he
up
comes.
in front of him, right in his lap.
And just as
Larson
Larson
was
slid
very
up the track
mad.
last week at Talladega in front of Ryan Preece.
Larson had a right to be furious.
Same song, different verse.
Well, it'll be another week of Twitter and putting the pressure on, blaming it on Chastain. Unfortunately, I don't think that was needed right there. You can't get into him getting into the corner, Rusty. Cars are light, and you're for sure going to go around.
And here's Kyle Larson.
What a idiot. Fine. I mean, the dropped flat out wrecked them. We're the first stage.
Yeah.
Yep. Willie B
Gosh,
just
I see
holds a pretty
something
wheel, very
friends.
smooth, methodical, just steady Eddie out there. He's becoming really finding his own and finding the speed in these race cars.
Now lap and a half to
Sometimes
go.
you use your brain when racing. Ross Chastain did not use his brain. And anytime you see Joe
Dillon is
Tire,
gaining on him right
excuse
here
me.
coming into play, right past the start-finish line. One of those two will be the free pass car.
Honestly, I didn't realize the stages were this long.
Final lap of the stage. As Byron is going to handily win stage 1.
And did he really rifle that thing off in there? He got loose.
I mean, it's a reason races like 4 laps.
Side off turn number 4.
Maybe next year if it gets breaked over into four stages. I know that's usually only for the Coke 600, which I'll be recapping here. Obviously,
very cool.
we're coming home for the
Stenhouse was
500.
second here last year in this race, as Ross Chastain is one
And,
lap away from winning stage 2.
I asked you earlier
Can't
Saturday
even
where,
wreck him.
where all your trophies are, and that's what you told. Oh, Harvick having trouble here.
Oh, what's wrong here? if he just got out of shape and lost his momentum, or what happened here. No, he's fallen back.
He's way off the pace.
My pick.
And here comes Chastain to win stage 2 from Byron, Blaney, Truex, and Hamlin.
It's a lot of lap traffic. Chastain moves his entry up. Oh,
Logano's day.
Just a horrible day for Logano, unfortunately.
The hard way.
Does it look
right.
like that?
World of Tanks.
Right front, is that right rear or right front down?
He'd been courting right fronts all day, and maybe they made a huge. Nope,
They're
there
both
you
down.
go. Yeah.
It's probably sliding though. We'll have to see which one. But you said it, man.
It's not the car fire regardless.
So here's Logano's crash in progress.
They look like they're both up right there. They had just spun out.
I'm not gonna lie, this actually caused me to poop.
Looked like they came out from underneath of me.
Monday is for Martin, 2 of his 3 Dover victories.
Lap right now.
You meant
Hardest
tricks
he's
here.
run all day long. Just like you said, Clint.
One for race. So that finally brings us to the future predictions portion, where I try to predict future. It's gonna be a shorter podcast next week because we're not covering as many days. I ain't scared of no night. I think Oilers take game 1. I think game 2 would be Friday then. Wednesday. No, why is game 2 Saturday? NHL, what are you doing? And why is it at 5 Mountain? And what a cringe slogan. I would never understand show scheduling. I think they split this series. I think DC United loses to FCC 2-0. Wait, what time does NASCAR start? This weekend. Alright, that's right. Sorry. I think Larson bounces back and wins this weekend. F1's gonna be the same exact podium. Because Sergio is really good at street circuits. And yeah. So that would do it for today. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. God bless. I still believe that Jesus is Lord, and I will see you Friday for FIFA Friday. If you're watching this on YouTube, you are ending now. And if you're still here on Twitch, we are going to raid Brian Helansky. Great iRacer. I'm gonna get back to iRacing, but after Black Friday. Um, but until Friday, I hope you all have a good day. And once again, I will see you Friday. Bye.